Hello everyone. Let me tell you about myself. I grew up in India. That's where I got this accent from. Thank you for noticing. Growing up, we were a middle class family, but not dirt poor like you guys saw in Slumdog Millionaire. No. I mean, there's a difference between the two. I mean, you know, poor people, they just don't have money, okay? But middle class people, on the other hand, they have money, but they don't like to spend it. When I needed, as a kid, when I needed anything from my parents, I had to back it up with solid requirements, detailed research, and stellar numbers. Basically, I had Shark Tank judges for parents. This one time, I went to them and I said, "Hello Sharks. I'm looking for a new bike, which I'm going to use to go to school. And in exchange, my dad was like, whoa, I'm going to have to stop you right there. So the investment you're asking is a 5,000 rupee bike, which is going to depreciate in value roughly 10% per year. And your numbers, they don't look good either. You have net zero income and below average grades. I don't see either of those improving in the near future, and for those reasons, I'm out." And you know what the most tragic part of the story is? My dad actually owned a bike shop. I did get the bike though, after working in the shop for 2 full years. That's right. I said, this is child labor, right? But my dad said, well, technically it would be child labor if you got paid for it. So, you know, people at work say my name wrong all the time. It's actually Suresh. And, you know, they keep saying Surash. Surash, hey, Surash. But it's so easy, it's Suresh. And it's so simple. And I keep getting frustrated. And, you know, so this one time I decided, okay, I've had it enough and I'm going to tell them exactly how to pronounce it. And so I went to one of my colleagues and I said, "Hey, Michael, can we talk?" They're like, "Yeah, sure. By the way, it's Mikhail." I've been reading a lot of news lately. The other day I read a news that said a Florida man killed and buried his wife in his backyard. Wow, that's terrible, right? But for a moment I thought, okay, this can only happen here in America. There's no way this can happen in India because A, there are no backyards, and B, your neighbors are so nosy they will catch you red-handed. Dude, there's not even, you know, space, privacy in your own house. If a couple wants to make out, they have to like lie to their kid and tell them to like go stand in the balcony and like count the cars that are passing by. And the son is like, "Yeah, sure." And he goes and like, "Okay, Papa, I see like 5 cars. Like, okay, keep going. Oh, I see 10 cars now. Okay, keep going. Oh, by the way, I think our neighbors, Mr. and Mrs. Joshi, are making out." Like, okay, dad comes out shocked and like, "How do you know?" "Oh, because their son is also in the balcony counting cars." I bought a house recently. It's such an amazing feeling to own a house, right? I mean, you have so much space. I mean, compared to an apartment, you have like a front lawn, you have a backyard. The other day I was digging in my backyard and I found some fancy rocks. And I thought of running inside and showing them to my wife. Then I realized why I was digging in the first place. Thank you guys.